honor and praises to Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahweh Shai Ba'Shem HaChakodash. Double honors to the apostles, elders, a great millstone, the room, and teach well. Peace, love, salutation to the elect 144 first fruit. Let me go ahead and read Genesis 1 and 14. It says, "In the Most High said, Salakia, and the power said, let there be lights in the firmament of the heaven to divide the day from the night, and let them be for signs and for seasons and for days and years, and let them be for lights in the firmament of heaven to give light upon the earth." And it was so. Now we understand that there was light prior to these lights in the firmament being set up. So the stars, the moon, the sun, so on and so forth were set up. There's already a light that was illuminating the earth. But the reason I'm bringing this up is because we have another year. And of course, it's another year of full moons. Each year, there's a list of full moons that go on, and we understand what happened in Venezuela, which I'm going to bring up here in a second. And we understand usually after these full moons happen, there is some type of judgment that comes after it, like hands down. So far, what we've had this year in January was a wolf moon, February a snow moon, March a warm moon, which featured a total lunar eclipse. April 1st was a pink moon. May 1st was a flower moon. May 31st was a blue moon, which we're going to talk about these two. But June 29th, which just passed yesterday, last night was a strawberry moon, which is kind of looks just like a pink moon. It is like a red in color, but not like that red harvest looking moon. It was more so this is what they see right here, but it was a little like a lighter red, But let's talk about May, because in 1 month there was 2 full moons. Now the flower moon and the blue moon in May 1st and May 31st, this is where you get the saying once in every blue moon. Like every blue moon, something, because blue moons have to happen like every 3 years. And it so happened to happen 2 times in 1 month, or 2 times within the 30-day span, where there were 2 full moons. And what happened right after that, before the strawberry moon came, what happened? Venezuela earthquake. So this is the AP news. It says Venezuelans search more earthquake ruins as attention turns to humanitarian crisis. So when you scroll down here, it says, with the window for finding survivors shrinking fast, Venezuela combed Monday through more ruins of buildings toppled by last week's powerful back-to-back earthquakes. There was 2.2, 7.5, 7.2 earthquakes back-to-back. The Lord really wrecked shop over in Venezuela. Been getting it. They got taken over as a country. Their leader got destroyed. Their oil got taken. Now 2 earthquakes have destroyed the place. And it says attention turned to country's humanitarian crisis that could persist for years. It says relief organizations say that the first 72 hours after a national disaster is the most crucial time period for rescue. Though survival can be extended if people have access to food and water. 5 days after the twin earthquakes, questions loomed about whether the cash-strapped government will be able to coordinate the effort needed to care for thousands of people that have been left homeless. Now it says in the other developments, a 4.6 magnitude aftershock rumbled through the disaster zone in the northern state of La Guaira, if I'm saying that correctly. It says the death toll stood more than 1,700 people, according to the government, which has long retained tight control over news media. Yes, there's way more than 1,700 people. There's probably tens of thousands that are dead. We all saw the videos. Straight buildings falling, and there are people inside of it. Straight, with multiple buildings just falling and crushing. And there's already thousands of people in each building and just getting crushed. So mass judgment happened. Okay, but it happened after May 31st, which was a crucial month because there was 2 full moons. And I'm just talking on the white man calendar. still you can take the spiritual sense from it because there's 2 full moons in his calendar, which is going to shift and alter things. All right. Again, Genesis 1 and 14, it says these signs, these lights that are in the firmament, the sun and the moon, were made for signs. Okay. And when there's 2 full moons in 1 month, that's a big sign. Now, what's coming up next? You got July 29th, the buck moon. You got August 28th, the sturgeon moon. September 26th, the corn moon, which is a harvest moon. October 26th, which is a hunter's moon. November 24th, which is the beaver moon. December 23rd, which is a cold moon. Okay? Now, I kind of looked up what a blue moon is spiritually known for. And of course, AI is going to give you something, but I thought it was pretty good. It says spiritually, a blue moon is an amplified lunar event that symbolizes rare opportunities, deep emotional release, and cosmic wake-up calls. You can't sit here and tell me this wasn't a wake-up call to all the Hispanic tribes, especially Naphtali. Okay, so you got Naphtali, Asher, you got Issachar, just to name a few. These tribes are being heavily woken up by the things that they're going through right now. Okay? They're being heavily woken up. And they need to be waking up. All right? Because they've been going on for so goddamn long. All right? They've been violent to one another. They're racist towards, the southern tribes. Their simplicity is out the fucking roof. It's time for, like the scriptures say in the book of Psalms, it's time for the Lord to work. We're watching him work. All right? We're watching him work by the signs that he's given us, through the moon. You know what I'm saying? Like these prophecies are popping off through the moon. Of course, we gotta go. Let's read a little bit of Sirach, the 43rd chapter. Yeah. So 43 and 6. It says he made the moon also to serve in her season for a declaration of times and a sign of the world. So going through the schedule that we have to, this year in the so-called 2026 schedule of the full moons, we already had back-to-back moons. Now we just had a strawberry moon last night. These aren't just regular moons that are popping off, and then we have the buck moon. So let's see what the purpose of the buck moon is. All right. What does the buck moon symbolize? The buck moon symbolizes growth, resilience, and inner strength. Okay, a regrowth of inner strength, of courage, masculine energy. So a buck moon is coming up. This might be a season to where us as men power up in the spirit. Okay, because we have a buck moon coming up, and on July 29th. All right. And you're going to see, we're probably going to get a very masculine spirit that's going to come in. Of course, this is an AI overview, but it makes sense because of what we're reading in the book of Ecclesiasticus and Genesis. These are a declaration of the times, and also, too, masculinity is heavily being pushed back into the world, with this. It was like a thing from 2019 to now. It was just this red pill, alpha beta male talk shit podcasts, a lot of people have been coming out and pointing out the lack of accountability in women and how men need to start stepping up. I did a lesson like a few years back, and I brought out a statistic that shows about 60 to 70% of men are starting to tap out of this world society, meaning they're becoming masculine because this society is very effeminate and caters to the woman. That's what the scriptures say, a woman shall compass a man, surround a man, become over a man, step over a man. You got women in these positions and things of that nature. It says, verse 7, it says, for the moon is the sign of feast, a light that decreaseth in her perfection. The month is called after her name, increasing wonderfully in her changing, being an instrument of the armies above, shining in the firmament of heaven. So like this buck moon coming up, man, we might be intensified as men. With this it says masculine energy in many traditions. The antlers represent active, outward, or masculine energy, tying to into themes of leadership, ambition, and sustained effort. So this is the next moon that's coming up. Okay, so the blue moon pretty much meant a sign, a wake up call. And the wake up call is to tell the world that the real men of the Lord are starting to reveal themselves and become who we are and what we are to become. What our potential is really being let out. And this next moon cycle, I'm telling you, it's going to be something different. Every moon is going to intensify each month throughout the year. We're coming to the end of this thing. So I just wanted to come with a swift lesson in the spirit to show you the moon schedule that we have coming to these last days. These things are big, man. There's 2 full moons last month, and then you saw big things happen. So with that, I want to give all glory, honor, and praises to Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahweh Shai Ba'Shem HaChakodash. Double honors to the apostles, the elders, the great millstone, the room, and teach well. Peace of salutation to the elect 144 first fruit. Until the next time, I say shalom, and like always, repent. For Yahweh Shai is coming back sooner than what me and you believed. All right, shalom.